What's up, YouTube? Nah, that was... What's up? No. Guys, I'm hella awkward, so I don't know what to say as an intro or say what's up, but... No, this... Okay. Alright. I just got back from the comic book store / also record store, and my room is a mess, and I'm trying to organize it. I have a bunch of comic books on the ground, like DVDs, CDs, all sorts of things. I'm all on that physical media wave. But yeah, I don't know, I was bored, so I wanted to make a YouTube video, or just I guess document, or just I guess you can chill with me while I tidy up my room and I can show y'all what I have. If y'all into comic books, or if y'all really nerds about this stuff, you know, I'm not an expert. I don't collect comic books, I just like to buy comic books. I like to read what looks cool, you know what I mean? I'm not all on that new comic book. This is definitely gonna be edited. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in the comic book industry or anything like that. I just like reading, and I like reading comics. So yeah, anyways, enough. So I got a box. I got a comic book box with me, because here, I'll show you so it's all under my table, but yeah, I just got a bunch of stuff laying around. Jesus, bro. As you can see, I'm not a very organized person, but it's okay. You know what I mean? We're learning to be better. You know what? Yeah. Anyways, okay. So I've been reading this series called Saga. I read the first volume. I got the second volume. It is dope, hella dope right now. Well, at least what's going on at the moment. It's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet story, but kind of comedic. And yeah, so far it's just it deals with conflicts between cultures and colonization and stuff like that, where you can relate it to what's going on, real world issues. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can take from this book. Here you can see the back. The back is pretty cool. Yeah, Saga. Let me just put that right here. Okay. This is a gem. I've been searching for 10 years, 10 years trying to find this book. Ever since I was I knew this books when I was a kid. I read this very little, and I don't know, I wanted to own a copy of myself. I got the first issue of Shadowhawk. It's an Image book. When people think of Image, they know Spawn, and I'm trying to think of other heroes. I mean, yeah, Spawn is from that time, the 90s. Spawn was the shit, but people don't know about Shadowhawk. At least that from my knowledge. Maybe there's a whole fan base, but this is dope. Yeah, I'm geeked that I got this. I found this. It was only $4 too. Yeah, man. I'm gonna give this a read. I'm gonna see on eBay if I can find the trade paperback, because I don't really like buying single issues. I just think, I get the whole collective thing about it, but I think you're kind of wasting your money. You can just get the whole volume instead. But yeah, cheaper. Oh yeah, so we got Spawn and Batman issue. A lot of these comics my dad gave me, so I'm not hitting big in the lotto when I'm going to comic book stores. I don't really know much about that, but yeah, this is dope. This was $38, so I'm sure it's like a key book. We got Frank Miller, as I'm sure like the writer, and Todd McFarlane for the art, I believe, or maybe it's both. I know Frank Miller did the Year One Batman and the Daredevil series. Todd McFarlane created Venom and did Spider-Man. Todd McFarlane, the GOAT, bro. But yeah, this is cool. This is dope. I want to read this. Yeah. So here, I'm gonna just grab a bunch. These are like all comics I'm trying to read. So we got Symbiote Spider-Man. I'm guessing this is like an early telling back when he had the symbiote. In like the 80s, but they're like doing issues again. I know this is like an older, like 2023 maybe. I'm behind on the whole, I don't know, but I like Spider-Man, so I'd give that a read for sure. We got Batman One Bad Day. I'm a big fan of Catwoman, so yeah, this looks dope. I'm a big fan of Batman and Catwoman, but especially when they're together, and the cover looks dope as hell. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a try. We got Batman Detective Comics. I got a lot of Batman in here. I'm a big Batman fan. Been playing like the Batman Arkham games recently. I got like an old Xbox 360 that I booted up, and I've just been on that. Yeah, if you haven't played the Arkham games, go play that. But we got Detective Comics Mythology. Here, an old enemy returns and a strange new mystery begins. Mysterious enemy who knows everything about Batman's history is pulling no punches. We have, I forget bro's name, but he was in the Arkham City game. Dang. Yeah, I forgot, but I don't know what this whole story is about. But yeah, any Batman story that is done right is a gem in my eyes. We got Legends of the Dark Knight, Batman, trade paperback. I'm sure this is like older stories from his early Batman days. Got a single issue, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, #1. It's a newer book. So this has no ties, I don't think, to the OG like stories from Legends of the Dark Knight. Got the Batman's Grave. This looks cool. You have like a, I don't know what I was gonna say, like you have the Grim Reaper, like gothic statues all over the place. It's cool. And I got these 3-issue series, Batman One Dark Knight. This looks dope as hell. They're like big issues, like wide. So, yeah, I want to give that a try. The covers are dope too, if you can see that. And then I like collecting like indie comics, just random ones that I've never seen before that look cool. This art is dope. I'm like a hella big fan of this. It's called Don't Spit in the Wind. I have no idea what this is about, but very colorful. I like color. Yeah, I'm gonna try it out. Then we got this Vertigo series, bro. Vertigo's I think like part of DC, but it's like more of their darker, mature comics. I believe Fables is a part of Vertigo. Fables is dope. The video game, I believe Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna edit that. Wolfenstein is a shooter game. I'm talking The Wolf Among Us. The Wolf Among Us. I think it's based loosely based on that, and it's basically talking about like the Disney characters, or like Snow White, Little Red Riding Hood, the Big Bad Wolf, which the game is about, and it's kind of more mature, modern, darker tone to it, which is cool. if you into like fantasy and all of that sorts. Go check that out. Imaginary Fiends, Vertigo series. Here, I don't got an issue number 1, but I'm trying to read more comics, and Vertigo is a place to start for sure. There's just so many comics, I don't even know what to. We got War of the Planet of the Apes. 4-issue series. Planet of the Apes is dope. From what I know, I've never read a comic book, but I've watched the movies. And the movies are pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Cool CGI. All sorts of that. Now we got... Oh, these are dope. So these... I think I was gifted and I bought one. This is called Excellence. This looks so cool. I don't know what it's a... Here, let's read the back. Because I think it deserves a reading. Spencer Dales was born into a world of magic. His father belongs to the Aegis, a secret society of black magicians tasked with bettering the lives of others with higher potential but never themselves. Now it's time for Spencer to follow in his father's footsteps, but all he sees is a broken system in need of someone with the wand and the will to change it. But who will stand beside him in this fight for a better future? Excellence is real. I always like to see, I feel like a lot of fantasy and sci-fi is very, not saying whitewashed, but a lot of white characters. You don't really see much inclusion. So I love like the, what's it called? Afrofuturism type of stuff. Like books like, like Parable of the Sower and there's another like dystopian sci-fi Afrofuturism novel that I'm blanking on. But those are like novels. This is a comic book, so this looks cool, man. Gives off kind of, dope sci-fi vibes. Hella dope. Now we got this issue graphic novel called Black. Let's read the back too in this. In a world that already hates and fears them, what if only black people had superpowers? After being gunned down by police, Kareem Jenkins miraculously survives and learns that he's a part of the biggest lie in history. Only black people have superpowers. Now you must decide whether it's safer to keep it a secret or if the truth will set him free. This is like, I had a conversation with somebody talking about how comic books are like, they're fiction, but they always have something to do with real life. Your fantasy movies, all of it, you always can pull something from it that has to do with real life. And I feel like this is a cool kind of, being somebody who is of color or black, you know what I mean? Reading something that kind of helps you escape, maybe, or give you insight. Not even escape, but I feel like this is I don't know, I haven't read it, but I don't want to speak on it, but I think we all have superpowers that we can all unlock. Whether that's writing a book or helping the next person, you know what I mean? We all are creative individuals that can have a voice. Anyways, to the next one. Okay, so I read a little bit of this. I gotta finish it. Something is killing the children. This is cool. I need to read more of it. I'm so behind on like reading new stuff. But it's kind of like a horror comic, kind of like eerie vibes. Let's read the back. It's the monsters who should be afraid. When the children Archer's Peak, a sleepy town in the heart of America, begin to go missing. Everything seems hopeless. Most children never return, but the ones that do have terrible stories, impossible details of terrifying creatures that live in the shadows. Their only hope of finding and eliminating the threat is the arrival of a mysterious stranger, one who believes the children and claims to be the only one who sees what they can see. Her name is Erica Slaughter. She kills monsters. That is all she does, and she bears the cost because it must be done. So yeah, monsters. And I got this, dude. I bent it accidentally, but it's like a Spider-Man Unforgiven, but the cover looks so cool, dude. That is so dope. But yeah, I haven't read this. Give this a try. You know, we got a reprint of the Punisher issue 1. Or no. This is not issue 1 Punisher. This is a Spider-Man issue. First appearance of Punisher. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah. If y'all big fans of the Punisher show, go read the comics. It's a must. All right. So we got hella. I just set it down a bunch of comics. I don't know what I want to do with him because I just got this new box. Let's look at some more. So I just read the Frank Miller Daredevil run. It's a big graphic novel. It's just so good, bro. Daredevil, one of the best superheroes, in my opinion, one of my favorites. Yeah, you know, it's a lot of Frank Miller wrote the Batman, wrote Batman in the 1980s, did the art, I believe, too. And yeah, man, he's known for applying that like dark, gritty tone to these characters that I feel like is necessary. Daredevil, again, similar to Batman in a sense, vigilante, knows martial arts, kind of that tone, but very different characters at the same time, for sure. But I think he does the character great. It got me hooked. So go read Daredevil's run of Frank Miller. Now, should I? Okay. Alrighty. So I got some more issues. I don't know what this is. This is a Miles Morales issue. The art is dope as hell. Spider-Man Miles Morales. There was a moment where I was reading all of the Miles Morales comics. I kind of got bored. I don't want to say bored, but maybe I just stopped reading. But Miles Morales, Spider-Man, one of the best comic book characters of all time. That's all I gotta say, man. Go read his comics. Go read his issues. You know, so I gotta get back on the Spider-Man. I heard the Amazing Spider-Man run though sucks, so you know, maybe I'll stay away from that because I don't want my heart being broken. Spider-Man is my favorite. Here I got some Silver Surfer issues. Yo, Silver Surfer is hard. I've been trying to get in more into Silver Surfer. I got like Marvel Unlimited. I've been reading Silver Surfer on that, like different runs. But these are some cool comics that I got. We got Marvel Defenders, Thanos, Return of the Mad Titan #1, Hawkeye #1. We have Kate something. I forgot what. They have a show on her. I forgot who the female Hawkeye is. What her name is. It could be not gay. We got Hawkeye #2. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to end it, or I'm not trying to keep it for that long. This video going. Sheesh. There's so many comics that I got here. Like Spider-Man, go read the Ultimate Spider-Man novels. The first Ultimate Spider-Man in 2000. These are my favorite comic books of all time, literally. I remember being like 12, 13, 14, and just reading them over and over again. Over and over. I'd finish them and I'd just read them again. Just read it again, over and over again. These books were so good, bro. I don't know much. I know the Ultimate X-Men is good too, but most people say Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate X-Men are like the only good Ultimate runs. I can't speak on that because I don't know much about the Ultimate runs, but I know Ultimate Spider-Man, and it is good. It is good. I believe Michael Bendis writes it. Big fan. I think he created Miles Morales too. Yeah. Michael Bendis, and Mark Bagley is the artist, which is one of my favorite artists, comic book artists. Kind of gives off Todd McFarlane vibes a little bit. But yeah. Yeah, and then here's Saga Volume 1 as well. Okay, I wanted to show this off because I just want to, not flex. I'm sure it's more common than, but I just love Spawn. I like Image, the original like Image heroes in general. I think they're very underrated. But I got #1 of Spawn, created by Todd McFarlane. Yeah, hard. Okay, I'm gonna show off. So I got this Tron DVD. I've never seen the original Tron. Tron Legacy is one of my favorite movies. I've been searching for that DVD for a while now. I probably just buy it online, but I like going to the store and actually buying my stuff. Gives me something to do. But yeah, I want to give this a watch. I've been watching a bunch of DVDs on like my Xbox 360. Yeah, man, Tron is dope. Not a really big fan of that new one though. That didn't really hit. But it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. All right, I think that's like it. I got so much more comics that I don't think it's worth going through. This video would be almost an hour long probably. But I guess these are the ones that I'm trying to read. So yeah, trying to read right now. If any of y'all watching that are like no comic books, no comic books, hit me with some recommendations. I've been trying to get more into the whole comic scene. I've always been kind of like into it, but never really like, never was like a comic book nerd completely. But I've always liked superheroes and always liked Star Wars growing up, Marvel, DC, Star Trek. What is another good one? I don't know. But I got a bunch of video games that I can show out as well. I got a bunch of just stuff, random stuff, books, like, yeah, dude. There's so much shit that I just got cluttered that I'm like trying to collect. yeah, man. Movie collection. I got so many movies, so many CDs and records. I can show that off. Yeah, dude. It's a lot. Anyways, but yeah, I think I'm gonna end it right there. Thank you for watching. I'm trying to learn how to be more not be so quiet in front of the camera. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, stay blessed. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. Great night.